Hi, my name is Nicole Scott from Mobile Geeks, and today I'm going to be comparing the 2013 Google Nexus 7 to the top dog of pint-sized tablets, Apple's iPad mini. The new Nexus is 16% narrower than the iPad mini, but this means that it's a little bit thicker. That narrower build helps the second generation Nexus 7 to tip the scales at 6% lighter than the iPad mini. But if you look at the weight relative to surface area, the iPad mini actually comes in about 8% lighter. So it's possible the iPad mini will, in a sense, feel lighter in your hand. Like the original Nexus 7, the new model sports a plastic construction. The updated tablet does skip on the rubbery backing of the 2012 model, though this one does have a smooth matte finish. The iPad mini is made of Apple's excellent anodized aluminum, which is the clear winner here. The iPad mini's display has a decidedly low resolution for a tablet, measuring only 1024 by 768. That doesn't mean the display looks bad, but it pales in comparison to the Nexus 7's 1920 by 1200 resolution, which allows for full 1080p video. One thing to consider though is size. The iPad mini is 7.9 inches and the Nexus 7 is 7 inches, which is measured across the diagonal. So actually, the Nexus 7 offers you 26% less screen real estate than the iPad mini. But the biggest difference will be in sharpness, where the Nexus 7 has a huge advantage, offering 323 pixels per inch, which blows the iPad mini's 162 ppi right out of the water. Being the newer device, the Google Nexus 7 packs beefier internals on paper, a quad-core 1.5 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro processor coupled with 2 GB of RAM. General snappiness and performance of both OSs is very comparable, but when it comes to things like opening apps and gaming, the new Nexus 7 is the clear winner. When it comes to storage, the only difference is the iPad mini has a 64 GB option, but neither tablet has a micro SD card slot for additional storage. Camera-wise, both offer the exact same resolution and are decent enough for tablet cameras. There are a few things that the Nexus does have over the iPad mini, and that's wireless charging and NFC. The Nexus 7 is running Android in its latest version, which is 4.3. And since the tablet is straight from Google, it will always be the first to get updates. But this is the same for Apple. One thing that we have to keep in mind is the iPad mini was released in November of 2012. So Apple will be releasing a refresh. So we're really comparing last year's hardware to this year's hardware. The iPad mini has been top of the pile in small form factor tablets since it was launched last year, but its older processor and low resolution display are starting to become, well, dated, especially at $329, which is just hard to justify when the new Nexus comes in at $229, exactly $100 cheaper. So thanks so much for joining me. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to our channel right over here, and while you're at it, you can also like our video. I'm your host, Nicole Scott for Mobile Geeks.
What?